on my last video from when I traded MBIO. Um, I had gotten right here. I don't know, this chart looks weird. I don't recall it being like this. I don't even remember this trade to be honest with you, but clearly I got in and it went up. Um, and I made a profit. I'm late on this video, honestly, but right here was my second trade. I don't know if I recorded this part, but I got back in, and then it perked up. I was up like I think a $500 to $1,000 or something like that. I don't remember. And then I didn't take it, and then it came back down, but it came back down pretty hard. I had an order sitting to purchase, and it got executed. Then it hit my stop limit order, and I got out my entire shares. And then I got back in, and I know right here it looks like I got in at the lowest point, but honestly I didn't. I got in at 229.33, but the lowest point was 28 80, but I believe it was lower than that. It's just all this stuff is in the way. Let me try to take off the triangles. But I basically what I'm saying is I messed up on this trade. I ended up chasing this second entry, and then you can see on the next entry I chased it even more. See how my entry was a bit higher than that wick right there. I remember it being much lower. I remember the wick being much lower and my entry being much higher, but I got in, chased it a little bit. I didn't get this wasn't much of a chase, but it wasn't the entry I wanted. And then I saw that it was gonna go without me. It wasn't looking like it was gonna give me a better entry. So I chased it right here and I got in 31.18, which is far much higher than what I wanted. I wanted it in like I remember it hitting 27. I don't know why it's not saying it now, but I remember it hitting 27. I chased it right here, then it pulled back. I knew not to sell here, although my average was like pretty high compared to the lowest point, because if it went down, I would have lost. I already had lost $400. Like I made some money, then I lost it all. I lost it all back right here, and some. And I think I went a little bit bigger this time, and it pulled back, and that's another mistake going bigger. The next trade, I'm putting more and more at risk, but I think I went in 7K here or something like that, and it pulled back, didn't break this lowest point, and didn't break the lower day, and I just held and I waited, and then it perked up here. I think right here I was up $1,000 again. I still didn't take it. Then it gave me another big pullback. I know it doesn't look like much here, but from here is like 33.73. Back down to 33.73, back down to 30. So that's over a 3 cent difference. And then it was consolidating here. Right here, I was about break even or a small loss for the day. And then it started perking up, and then I think around here I got to $1,000 or a little bit over $1,000, and I just took it. As you can see here, I sold at 34.40, which wasn't much of a difference from 33 and 33.70s. So I'm starting to realize like I'm not taking I'm not taking these entries, and I'm putting so much at risk just for 1 penny more or a couple $100 more. And I'm selling far too early, as you can see here, where as you can see here, where I sold right here, and then it just kept going higher. I'm not one to just hold forever and hope that it goes to the moon. I'm not like that anymore. But if I can get my entries right and I can get better entries, I can long, I can get in at the low, sell at the high, but I have target goals that Sykes taught me, which is like aim for 10, 5, 10, 20%, you know, sometimes 30 if the stock's really giving it to you, but you know, that sweet spot is about 5%. The safe spot is about 5%. Wolf taught me, you know, get in at lower day and sell at VWAP, high day, pre-market high day. And that was the point I was at. I was in at the lowest points of the day. High day was right here. Or VWAP was somewhere here. I don't even know. High day was right here. And pre-market high was right there. So I sold what at VWAP right here. I don't know if it would show it on this chart. I don't know if it will show it. So yeah, I sold at VWAP and I sold all my shares at VWAP. But the stock was up what 200%, 300%. So that's probably why I sold so quickly because I'm like it's already up way too much. But as you can see, VWAP is right here, right there, and then high day was somewhere there where you see on the chart, right there where I did my second sell, and then pre-market high was at 43s. So I didn't sell where I was supposed to sell, and I got to start practicing that now. It's not a bad thing that you know I'm not selling where I'm supposed to. You know, I'm practicing. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm just practicing. So the more familiar I get with it now, because the market's been really slow, so I haven't been doing videos. I haven't really been practicing. I've just been watching. So now that I'm getting back in the game, you know, I'm seeing that it's starting to perform, and I gotta start slowly getting out. Sell some in VWAP, sell some at high day, and sell some at pre-market highs. I'm the type of guy I feel more comfortable just getting rid of all of it. And if I make $1,000 for the day or more, I'm happy with that. You know how they say $1,000 a day keeps the real job away. I like that. So I made like $1,000 that day or something like that. I made what I lost plus $1,000. That was the trade for the day. Now this one was yesterday. I traded it. Kind of like not really fresh in my memory right now. I gotta take a look at it first. This one was like up already 200% for the day, as you can see here. The big picture of it all is right here. It had these wicks here, demonstrating that or explaining that basically every time it spikes, it comes right back down. The dilution information on it, or what was it, RELI? they had like 7 million float. I didn't see this the last time I watched this. I saw this. It's 2.1 million in warrants exercised at reduced 56%. 56%. I don't remember seeing this when I saw this, but this is at a historical high for dilution. They clearly need money. They got $200,000 in the bank. But when I saw this at the time, they had a pending effect at 26 cent. They had this had 250, which they got to $1, but never got there, or they probably got there before because it was 2021 is when it was registered. So we go back, it's already active because they already hit 250 after 2021 December. So that's active. That was active at the time. This is probably active, but I'm not going back to look in 2021. And then they had this one, 65 cent, which was active because they're above 65 cent. 1 penny, they got one for 1 penny registered. And these aren't registered. This is registered, but it's $61. Fuck that. And they have ATMs. So I knew they were going to dump at some point. They're already back down to where they came from, or nearly back down from where they came from. I knew they were going to dump. I was just trying to play it safe. It was already up 200. I didn't really want to trade it, but I was waiting for like a pullback market open. When it opened, it wasn't pulling back. But I gave it like less than a minute. And I saw that it wasn't pulling back. So I went in with about, I think, $2,000. If you want to, you can look back in this video and do this calculation. But I went in with about $2,000 right here. It spiked or perked up, came back down, broke lower day, so I got out. And then right after that, it just went right back up, and I chased it. I got out at 58.78, and it went right back up to and I got in 10 cents later, which is freaking crazy. It was a 10 cent difference is when I got in, which is a major risk. And I'm sure I probably got in way more than I needed to. And then I think I got back in with 2,000 or close to that. We can do the math right here. Pause the video and do the math. Then it went up. I was up some, or I was up somewhat of what I lost, but I wasn't like up much. Honestly, I wasn't up to the point where I was satisfied. And that's the wrong mindset. I don't remember exactly how much I was up or break even, but I wasn't up to the point I was satisfied. And that's the issue. That's the issue that I'm dealing with. It's an issue that I'm dealing with. And then right here, I added $500. I added a small amount, about $500, and I added another $500. I thought this was going to hold up here and perk up. It didn't, and I'm like, okay, it still didn't hit my risk or my entry, so which is pretty wide risk. And then I added another 500 here, and I just waited, honestly. I don't remember what VWAP was, but then I eventually sold. I sold above VWAP, as you can see here. I don't remember what I was thinking at the time, but Yeah, I remember now. It started perking up slowly, and then I was up like $1,000 here. Then it had this spike. I sort of sold around this area, but I was waiting for more. And it had a spike, and then it halted. As it halted, I knew it was going to perk up even higher. I just got greedy. No, I was thinking to be greedy and just like go for more, but I'm like, I don't want to risk because I was in $7,000 in this trade. I went over my limit, and I went over my limit, and I was in 7,000 when I'm supposed to be in 5,000. I wasn't supposed to hit my max. I wasn't supposed to max out on a trade or go all in on a trade that that was already up 200%. So when it halted here, I was up 2 grand. I hit a market order, just like Wolf taught me. When it holds, it's just like a open market. When the market opens again at 9:30, you're taking a risk. You don't know if it's gonna go up. You don't know if it's gonna go down. So I just hit a market order, and I got out $130 less, $20 less than what I was already up by, and I got out. It was that plain and simple. It kept going even higher. I got out at like 89, 88. It went to $1.09. I could have made more, but I don't care to make more. This was a risky trade from the jump. This is not what you would consider a 5-star trade or A plus setup. It was just a trade that I took a risk on, and eventually it faded for the rest of the day because it basically was up just to get diluted. But that's it for the day. That's my trade. I'm tired, man. I got a final exam to do. That's it.